Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sapo Studios. Got your boy Dave. I'm here with
your boy Dave.
We are with my very good friend, Mr. Corey Calliet. Welcome, my friend.
Glad to be here. I love Dave and Dave.
Yes, we are the Daves, and we're here with the go-to transformation specialist for Hollywood's elite, which is a pretty cool thing to be. We're going to talk to you about how you got there, but I want to take it back to where you're from.
So, before the Hollywood life, I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, Algiers to be exact.
It's a bit different from L.A.
A lot different from L.A. Grew up, born and raised, humble beginnings, grew up a very tough upbringing from there, street life, hardcore, but got to experience life so that I'm able to understand life, which I'm living right now. If it wasn't for that life, I don't know if I'd be here.
Did you come from a house that was focused on fitness with you being such a fit guy, or did that come later in life for you?
That definitely came later in life.
Yeah.
But I think, at a young age, fitness was a part of our life because we played outside.
Okay.
Everybody didn't have the luxury of video games and the way it is now, the gamer society and world. We didn't have that. We had to play with each other and be creative and use our minds and also get in trouble.
It's crazy to because, in our generation, we saw everything kind of evolve from being able to go and run to your friend's house and just knock on the door, start an adventure, get on your bikes and go somewhere to then it was scheduled this and scheduled that, and then it was no one was even hanging out at each other's houses. You're just remote on video games. It's isn't it crazy to see that evolution firsthand?
That's a lazy evolution.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's a lazy evolution.
Yeah, we need to get back to the days of people playing outside.
We do. I mean, that's important, and I'm a big stickler for that because I'm a big advocate for childhood obesity. And
well, you're not an advocate for childhood obesity. You don't want kids to be obese.
I don't know why the hell I said advocate. I'm against childhood obesity.
Right.
Sorry,
No. I just want to make sure you're not an advocate for kids, stuffing their faces and staying inside. I don't think
I'm an advocate for a good old cheat day, but
yeah, every now and again.
Every now and again, but
yeah.
No, I'm against that, and that starts with kids being inside. Parents giving them food and giving them sweets and giving those things that just comfort food to get them to be quiet and just stop getting on their nerves.
Well, just to get into the geopolitics of everything for just 1 second, because I'm curious. I feel like it's hard. I don't even know if geopolitics is the right term for this, but whatever. It sounds good. I feel like it's hard to keep a healthy lifestyle if you don't have money to buy good ingredients. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Not true.
Being healthy doesn't cost that much. Now, if you want to be the organic and you want to play against to this and that, that's, overly healthy. That gets expensive. But we know to get vegetables, to get chicken, to get rice, to get oatmeal, to get eggs, that doesn't cost a lot. Sometimes when I look at
eggs have gotten expensive, man.
You're not lying. Eggs $6.99. It's $7, $8 a goddamn carton. But it lasts you long.
Right.
If you're not eating 3, 4, or 5 eggs a day, it could last you up to 2 weeks. If you get an 18 container for the eggs.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was looking at Postmates one day and I had something it was $40. And it wasn't even a lot. And I said, what could I afford with $40 if I went to Ralph's? I could have got 2 bags of chicken, vegetables, rice, fish. I could get at least 2 to 3 weeks worth of food for $40. So, we just got to a lazy world, but more expensive. And being healthy, it does not cost that much. It does not cost that much.
Just gotta be smart.
You gotta be smart.
Gotta be smart about it.
When did fitness kind of become the focus of your life? At least that brought you to a certain point when you then wanted to maybe transition from there.
2003.
2003.
Well,
okay.
Let's backtrack a little bit because I know that before that, you were working an interesting job in Louisiana where you were a mailman, right?
So, but fitness was before that.
Fitness was before that.
So I graduated from high school and I wanted to start working out because I didn't work out in high school. I was a drum major. I played sport, ran track and stuff like that, but I wanted to get in shape because a lot of my friends played football, was going to college. They were in shape. I wanted to get the same type of attention that they got. So you
Now,
gotta start
when
working
you
out.
say you weren't in shape like them, I mean, were you out of shape or you just weren't like in peak physical condition?
No, I got chubby for a second.
Okay.
So the type of lifestyle I lived before that, I was in the streets. So most of the time when you hustle, you hustle, you eat on, go to the store, eat. You know what I'm saying? You're not really worried about a diet. You living. Um, and I got really interested in fitness as I got older when I started to see them get in shape. So when I went to college in 2003, I told one of my good friends, um, actually, my little cousin dad, which is weird because he's right here. He wasn't even born. And I told him, I said, when I go to school, I'm gonna work out every day. And he's like, boy, no, you're not. I play football. You're not gonna work out every day. We got to college. I worked out every day, and I got in shape. But it took a while. It didn't happen overnight. I think I went through a 6-year period of like, working out and running and boxing and doing all these things to try to get abs. Not realizing that diet was the key.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2006, I got with a guy to do a bodybuilding show. And what I was trying to do in 6 years, I did in 8 weeks. And that just like flipped my mind. Like to be able to transform the human body in that short amount of time by just being disciplined and following directions, it changed the scope of my life.
So is diet more important than the exercise, or it's a hand in hand kind of thing?
It's hand in hand. But you can literally change it. If you don't want to exercise a lot, diet, you can. I feel like exercising sometimes give us a little bit where we can kind of just like not go so hard because you're burning calories. But diet can just like completely change you.
So when you decided that you were gonna like focus on the fitness for yourself, how did it become a career?
At first, I just wanted to look good. I'm very honest about that. And then it was like I can monetize this, but I was at the postal service. So I started off training people after work at the postal service. I remember that too. My sessions was like $15. Now it's like $15 time
A lot.
a whole lot.
A whole lot.
But no, I remember saying at the post office when I was coming out one day bringing my buggy out to the truck, I said I'm gonna make money making people look good and changing people's lives while looking good. And I remember quitting the post office right around 2010, towards November or something like that. And I never turned my back on it. I never turned back to it. I quit the postal service, and then I became a trainer.
How did you figure out the secret, sort of crack the code to getting the abs and to kind of unlocking the physical perfection thing to where you could teach other people?
Through trial and error.
Okay.
So, they say you have to fail a lot. And as long as you fall ahead, not fall back, you can keep going. I had to go through trial and error just trying to figure it out. And I did go do a bodybuilding show. So I can blame my success when it comes to knowing how to transform a body to bodybuilding. I can give thanks and give homage to the sport of bodybuilding because that's one of the only sports that it prides itself off perfection. It's the main thing that you're creating the perfect body in a short amount of time. So I learned so much in that process of what it takes. And then I just started to small incrementally get clients and just start doing it with them and teaching them. I have a certification, but certifications don't teach you that. I look at training as an art form. The same way you see like Basquiat, these other great artists and people like that. The same way I look at it, a person is a canvas, and I take my time to paint and create. Honestly, bro, I can't tell you how I do the stuff that I do. I don't plan workouts. I don't program workouts. I literally approach it as an artist would approach anything else. I feel my way through it and I make it happen, and it comes out. It works every time. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, I did that. That's the humble part of me. And I'm just like, because there's a scientific factor behind transforming bodies, but I just trust myself. I don't trust a computer. That shit might break.
It's true.
It's true. I mean, shit, man. Like you transformed my body, my life over like hanging out with you, working out, riding
And then
bikes.
what happened?
And then what happened? I fell off
fell
my
off,
bike.
man.
I fell off.
He
He
fell
fell
off
off.
the bike.
He fell off
He
the
just
bike.
got scared to do everything else.
Never
Yeah.
got back
But,
on.
just to shift a little bit, it's all mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe the power of the mind. I didn't realize it was that strong, because when you grow up in a certain type of area, all you see is what you see. Not realizing if you can see further, you have the faith to see that something can happen. It's the same thing with your body. If you can just envision what you want to be and know that it's going to get there, the steps that you take are actually the steps that you need to get where you want to go at. Most people don't believe. If you know, we was growing up, said if you think it and you believe it, you can achieve it. That shit's real.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't think so.
And I just wonder, like,
I
you know,
believe
I
in
don't
that.
I don't know if there's sort of a philosophy you have as to how to turn that on, but that's a big thing that therapists say, that, like, you know, mental health is connected to physical health, and one of the first things that they tell someone that comes to them that's depressed, that wants to talk through some of this stuff, is that you need to get outside, you need to get sunlight, you need to exercise. And you know, for some people, it's very hard to just break out of that mindset and be, oh, okay, well, that's the only key, exercise. Well, I can't get myself motivated to that point. Like, how do you have any philosophy on how to break that mindset and step over that pole to get yourself going?
So I live a life that's no middle ground. There's no gray area for me. It's either 0 or 100. Those days, and I have those moments where I'll be weak, but I won't be defeated. I'm very hard on myself. It's just making yourself do the uncomfortable things that you have to do. So if your life depends on it and you want to live this life, get your ass up. You can't always depend on someone to tell you to do it. There's going to be a certain time with self-discipline that's going to say, I have to get up and do what I have to do because nobody's going to do it for me. When you turn your back and there's no one there, who you have left? Yourself. When you're backed into a corner, you have nowhere to go. You just got to go forward. You got to fight through it. Most people not going to fight through it. People rather be comfortable and lazy than just taking that one step to change their life. Most people are just like that because that comes from the comfortable place of people giving you sympathy. People telling you it's going to be okay. Real talk is not going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
So with respect to training people, when someone comes to you, do you get into a conversation about the mentality of everything before you even get into the physical?
Absolutely. I need to know what's going on. You know,
Yeah.
what's going on in your life. Let's talk about that. How was work?
Mm-hmm.
Are you struggling? Are you going through a breakup? Are you serious? Like, you know, what you did yesterday? How was your weekend? I need to know what you're doing in life before you come to me, because if you come to me, you have to have your shit in order. You have to have your mind and your heart in order. Then your vision has to be on me to be able to take you out and to take you to. Don't come here wasting my time. I got too much to do.
But as far as you're concerned, anyone can have that body transformation as long as they put in that dedication,
Absolutely.
that time and effort.
People think they can't. Unless you have a medical reason why you can't, you can. You just got to change your mind from weakness to strength. Or from bitch assness to strong. Whichever one they want to choose.
Well, okay, speaking of bitch assness, when you become the biggest guy in the room, does everyone want to challenge you?
Never,
No.
ever.
No.
They got some big guys you want to challenge. I ain't him. You just don't want to. They got certain people you just look at. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm not.
So people don't come at you.
I never had that. Nobody ever picked
Come at
on
him
me.
for what? Be like, what, you want to like lift
No,
against me?
'cause,
What do you
like,
mean,
no,
come
no,
at you?
Because people just want to
Box,
pick a
like-
fight sometimes with the biggest guy in the room.
Have they ever saw my
Someti-
Instagram? Most people know me from social media. My social media is very threatening. First of all, it looks unattainable. It looks threatening. I'm on there. I'm 240 some pounds, jumping, running, kicking, punching, shooting. It's like, bruh,
Yeah.
do you really want to start this shit? Because I'm never going to stop.
Right.
I will fight your ass in church. After the benediction, I'm done. We getting to it.
Okay.
Yeah, have you seen him hit the pads with boxing, man?
I didn't say I want to fight him. I'm just asking if anyone
I think
else
you're the
does.
one
You
picking a
no,
fight
I'm-
right now.
I don't. Let me make it very clear. I do not want to.
I know you don't. I know. It's funny. So, funny joke. So, you know, I'm doing a lot of acting now, and I recently, so in my home, yeah, we have weapons, but I have weapons of mass destruction as well here.
Uh-oh.
Meaning tomahawk, nunchucks, shit I know how to use that I would chop you up, literally.
Yeah.
After I beat the hell out of you.
Dave, I think I'm being threatened.
a little bit.
No, you know, and it's crazy. You get anything off Amazon. I was ordering a.
That
Bruh.
sounds interesting. What exactly are we talking? What are you ordering?
Bro,
over there?
I ordered tomahawks because we had stunt choreography training, and we was working with, that's the weapon of choice we had that week, tomahawks. Now, just before that, I ordered like knives, you know, not real knives, but, and so they send the tomahawks. I said, it's kind of heavy. I opened it up. It was real tomahawks, sharp and everything. I said, you can buy anything on Amazon.
What the hell?
But I was so excited because the warrior in me is like, I can't wait till somebody try me.
Yeah, because now I got a
Try
tomahawk.
me. I have two, and I know how to use both of them.
I have two.
You would think I'm on goddamn Gladiator around here.
That is awesome.
Exactly.
It must make you feel like
Yeah,
such a
I
badass.
have it
to just
sitting on
have
the
these
table
tomahawks.
It's right there on the table. I keep it up here just in case. Somebody come, I'm chopping your head off.
All right. Well, you mentioned the acting thing. I do want to get to that, but before we get away from the fitness thing, I do wonder, how do you go from just taking care of yourself to not only taking care of other people but becoming the authority, to where celebrities want to come to you. They want to come to you to transform themselves entirely for a role, and they're putting their entire career in your hands essentially.
By the proof of what I've been able to do. By me training, Michael B. Jordan, my first big celebrity I had, and what I did with his body, it showed people, because before me, he didn't have a body like he has now, or I don't know now, but the bodies I do. And
He was not a believable football player in Friday Night Lights. Let's put it that way.
No.
He was very, very small.
Well, no, I mean, on The Wire, he was a scrawny little kid
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's about results, and I tell that to any trainer. If you want people to come, they're gonna come by the work that you do. Transformation will bring people to you.
but even him, how do you find someone like him, or if it started before
How'd
him
they
in terms
find
of
you?
someone
I was
major?
actually-
Like,
I was-
how does that connection happen?
I was lucky enough to get a guy to reach out to me. I was in Baton Rouge, and they was just so happened to be shooting a movie, and I kind of spoke it into existence, because I remember at that time I was dating someone, and I told her, she was like, "So what you want to be?" I was like, "A celebrity trainer." And there's no celebrities in Baton Rouge, but like football players and stuff. And I think at that time I had met Michael Jai White, which I was, I did. I met Michael Jai White, and I worked out with him, so that gave me the verbiage to say, "Oh, a celebrity trainer." And from then on, I said that, and then I got a call to train Fantastic Four, to cast the Fantastic Four, and I got him, and shit went crazy. And
When you said that, when you said celebrity trainer, was that just off the top of your head and you hadn't thought about it at all?
Not at all. Not even. I needed something to say fast.
Yeah.
It was like we was on the treadmill. She was on the treadmill. I was on the elliptical. She's like, "What you want to be?" I said, "A celebrity trainer."
And you're like, that sounds pretty good,
I said,
actually.
It does. I had no idea what the hell that was anyway.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, I became one of the top celebrity trainers in the world.
And do you start to look at other celebrity trainers and try to model your career after them, or do you just build from the ground up yourself? You kind of build your own resources, build your own
I
thing.
didn't know who the hell was a celebrity trainer. I built myself. I'm good at evolving in a space and figuring out how to do it. And I'm always 2 steps ahead. So it was like, okay, how do I do this? What do I do, and when do I do it? And I started to get in a circle, and I said, okay, so if I get him, all I need the world to do is see what I do him, and I'm going to take over. I'm going to move to LA. I'm going to get to LA, and I'm going to see who really looks good. Then I start saying, okay, I can beat them. And then being next to him, I say, well, I need them to know who I am, because usually you don't know trainers, so I have to be a big enough personality in person to be able to continue this to go, because I didn't want this to be a job. I wanted it to be a career.
Right.
And
It's way different.
I just learned the way of the land, and that's with anything, man. Like, if you just pay attention, you can see how to build everything around you, even when it's oversaturated, which fitness is hella oversaturated right now.
Now it is, yeah.
But I did something so well, you can't take that away, and I knew how to put myself on a platform so people could see it, because it's all about visibility. You could be in a small town. They got amazing trainers that I do not know.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Differentiate
I
yourself
am not
in some way.
exactly.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? But I'm a celebrity trainer. No, not an influencer celebrity trainer. I train movie stars. You go to the movies and you see my name at the end of the credits. You see me on the red carpet. I knew how to. I gotta stand on top of everybody else, because if not, I'm gonna get lost in the sauce.
Are you a natural born performer, would you say? Or
Probably so.
Yeah.
I don't even know it, but I do a lot of good shit. Good. I just be doing it. I didn't even know I could do that.
Yeah, it's nothing, without even thinking about it.
I learned how to
Yeah.
use nunchucks in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I've been using them.
Yeah.
so before you take on the physical training thing as a career, do you have in the back of your mind that at some point I want to be in movies, I want to be on television, or are you just kind of like, an outgoing person and that's how it plays into your life?
I didn't want to be an actor when I moved here. I was like, I'm not doing it. Y'all crazy. I thought it was delusional. But you can't be, analogy, it's hot as hell outside. Everybody in the pool. Y'all go every day. You sitting on the side. Sooner or later, you're going to say, I'm about to get in here. And you get in the pool and realize, I can swim real good. I like this. I'm going to keep swimming. And you can't be around all that and don't touch it.
Right.
And then I started to seeing the importance I had on films. Like, I went from, excuse me, being afraid to step over a plug on Fantastic Four to my dominance being seen on to the respect, not dominance, respect I get on any set I go on. Everybody know who I am because of the work that I do, because I'm a good person, because when I walk in a room, you see me, and I just was like, I want to try it. And then I was like, I was a little nervous about acting because honestly, until 2013, I couldn't talk on a mic in front of people. I was so nervous. I couldn't public speak, but you wouldn't know that now. Confidence builds with life experience. The more life experience you have, the more confidence you have. And that's what happened to me. So I feel like, if I can't do it, just give me a couple of weeks, I'm going to know it.
So was there a specific moment that you can recall where you said, okay, I'm prepared to try this now. I've seen enough of it to know that it's something that I want to do?
When I got on Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian, they reached out to me personally, DM me. Most people come to my DM, not even through some of my teams. And I had an interview. And
did you think that was real when that came into your DMs? Because Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian, like that almost sounds like a spam text that you get.
I thought it was. My assistant at the time was like, these people from Revenge Body, they messaged me. I said, okay, see what they want. Lo and behold, it was really that. And I remember going to, I was at, what gym that was? The gym I was working at in Hollywood, I forgot. But they came there to speak to me. And I remember them recording me speaking to me. And I remember just going in, just like speaking. And that's how I know when I got people, when I can speak, because they were recording me. And then the guy who was recording me did like this. Almost like, is this real?
That's either a really good thing or a really bad thing.
It was a really good thing. He said, are you a preacher or something? I said, no, I'm a preacher's grandkid. I say, but it's in me to speak. Right. I have something to talk about, because transformation from my life in fitness is the thing that saved my life. It's the thing that gave me a second chance. It gave me something to lean on, something to depend on. And that's how I was able to change my life. So I can talk about that because I know it and I live it. So I just had to tell them that. And I had to tell them that so they can believe me. Then they saw I look good on camera. It's okay, we're going to keep doing this. And then when I showed up, I show up like I'm number one. Anytime that I got to be on camera, I show up like I'm the guy. We don't have to prep me for it. Let's go.
And there's never any level of starstruck with you.
With who? What you said? Didn't I tell you earlier about who?
With who? Dave, with who? What are you talking about, man? I didn't say
with the Daves.
They'd be starstruck with me. Yeah. They say, I can't believe I'm meeting you in person.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I can't believe you answered my DM, to be honest with you. Like,
nah, man, but I did get starstruck one time. That was with Rihanna a long time ago.
I mean, come on.
That was like, it was me. I was in the studio with A$AP Rocky, and we was recording, and then she came through. That was a long time ago, like years, 2016. And I was like, to myself, nigga, that's Rihanna. The fuck? That's how I knew life was changing. I was like meeting all these people that I used to always see them. I'm on the mail route, so I'm looking at the BET magazine, Jet Beauty magazine. I'm looking at these other magazines, seeing these people, thinking one day I'm going to know them, having fake conversations in my head like they're my friends. Just so happened when I got older, they became my friends. That's what that's speaking into. You got to watch what you say, because shit be coming to, I need $1 million tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, well, Bruce Lee used to say that all the time. You can't talk about yourself negatively, because you'll speak that into existence.
And you start to believe it.
And you start to believe it, yeah.
They said the mind is a terrible thing to waste. The mind is also the most strongest thing that you can have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do not play with it.
Right.
Now, there is this perception of celebrities kind of being arrogant, and, they say never meet your idols because they'll disappoint you. It sounds like you became friends with a lot of people, and there's kind of an air of, even though that used to be the sentiment, that a lot of these celebrities are really nice. Have you experienced a lot of ego?
No. Not with me.
You're putting them in their place.
Not with me. I knew that was coming.
No, I've never had. I wish you would. Call
With who, Dave?
I wish
with me?
Y'all can't say this, but I wish a nigga would.
No, I'm not going to go anywhere near that.
I wish you would say, nobody came around to me that was that. Let me see. Let me think.
Like I know that these people are paying for you to train them, but no one gives you any sort of an attitude. Like, you can't talk to me like that.
Maybe one person did on a certain movie. that has a panther behind it. It was a
Ooh.
woman. We didn't. She said something. We have eye to eye, but then we got really cool on for the press tour. I ain't gonna say her name. I don't put out there like that.
Yeah.
She's amazing, but yeah, one person is it. Nobody else.
Yeah.
But that was
People know better.
that was like
You're like tough life. It's
they
tough
was
love.
yeah. They was like, you know who I am. I was like, you know who I am. I do like don't do that to me.
Yeah.
You're never gonna belittle me or put me in a place to make me feel like I'm not who I am. I worked hard to be here.
Right.
So let's get this together.
Speaking of working hard, it must take tremendous work to maintain a body like yours. When you after just like getting it, you have to maintain it, right? So on a daily basis,
It's a
is
job.
that not just fucking exhausting?
It's a job.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a job.
And how many days do you have to not work out and not eat right to then look like this? Go from that to this.
a lot.
Yeah. It's gonna take a while, right?
Bruh, let me say, it's like, so if I was 185 pounds, I could take some time off, chill. I weigh 200.
185 pounds.
I weighed 200. Last time I weighed myself, I was 242, and I'm coming down because I'm getting ready for another film. So right now I had to
What did you come down to when you were cycling a lot?
212,
Yeah.
like 230, 235 to 212. But I didn't look good. I just was small. So now you see me like you see pictures as like this Avenger type of Marvel superhero body. That shit ain't easy to keep up. I have to eat all day. I have to train. I have to run. I have to sleep. I have to then run. I have to do so much because to keep solid muscle and to keep a physique, that's a job by itself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even just the amount of liquids that you have to drink, you're probably pissing all day.
6 liters of water a day. 6.
That's crazy.
And I haven't even started.
Shit.
God damn.
But yeah, that all
I be
sounds-
counting gulps. Like
What-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me get 25 this time and 25 after. Maybe 50 gulps
It's
will
like
get me
that.
down. It's a lot of water,
It's
bro.
like that. You're
Yeah,
like,
but you got to keep your body. You got to keep that thing going.
So what keeps you going? Because that sounds fucking exhausting.
Because I like to be better than everybody else.
Okay, well that's
I like to look good.
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
big thing. I know what it felt like not to look good. I got teased for a second. The guys who teased me, obviously, they still fat. You want to
So
put it
fuck
out.
them.
They probably seeing this podcast. Where camera at? You niggas still fat. You want to see that? Should have followed me behind a long time ago. Just want to tell you that. Sorry. I talked to one of y'all today. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Yeah.
You know.
But, nah, man. So it's like,
Can you tell some people that they're fat for me?
absolutely. So let me let y'all know from me, from Dave, and I'm telling you, you're fat. Okay? Don't try to hide it. That's what you are, and that's who you're going to be until you do something about it. By the way, you want to do something about it? Click the link in my bio, Achieve Fitness app. I got you.
So now that you're a high-profile trainer, how do you decide who you're going to take on as a client? Because I'm sure not anyone can just reach out to you and say, "I want to hire you," and you'll just take them on.
Everybody can reach out, but everybody not going to get a return call.
Right. So
So
what's the checklist? Is it
it has to be more than about money.
okay?
It has to be no. It's going to be about money, but it has to be money plus something else. It has to be what are we going to grow from this? What is it going to do for the brand? What is the story we're telling? Or if you're going through some traumatic life things and you need me to help save your life, I'm gonna do that. But just training anybody to train them, I ain't doing that.
Have you been able to start to maybe leverage some of these relationships into a film career because you did decide that you wanted to go in that direction? Or is it kind of you don't want to cross those lines?
Nobody I've trained has helped me with acting. Motherfuckers.
Is that because you haven't asked, or is that because they're just motherfuckers?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Nah, I don't ask no more.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
it's kind of hard. It's a weird place to.
It is.
Ask,
I've
yeah.
asked before and I've got the door shut in my face. And I said, okay, cool. I'll see you at the top.
Mhm.
And when I get there, you better be ready.
Yeah.
That's to tell a certain person. You better be ready.
So are you just out there auditioning all the time? Are you trying to get your own things made? Like, where are you with respect to building a career out of acting?
Have you checked my IMDb?
Peaked.
Okay, cool. I'm
But
working.
I want you to tell the people at home
I'm
that might
working.
not have checked your IMDb.
I'm working. I just have to make sure you checked it. You gotta do your homework. Nah, I'm auditioning. I been booking jobs. I'm doing all the things, man. Because the one thing about it is I love the hustle. I love to go through the process, and I'm glad that I didn't get opportunities from people that I was with because I didn't want it to look like, oh, because of that person you got it. Nah,
Right.
they kicked me out.
Right.
They kicked me down the motherfucking stairs. Now I got to go walk up myself.
Yeah.
Now you giving me a chance to really get that thing. So auditioning, class, booking jobs, and I'm enjoying the process. When you can see yourself getting better after audition, it does something for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. Like acting was a place where I got to be. Acting helps me be more vulnerable in life, to just be extra vulnerable on screen, to understand the craft, to know what I'm looking at, know what I'm doing. I've experienced a lot of life, and I know how to tell that story through every character that I've ever played.
So your tough exterior with the fitness thing that hasn't shielded you from being an emotional person and being emotionally in tune. That's nice.
I was at first.
Okay.
I
You
was.
had to break that off.
Yeah, because it was too hard to be tough all the time. That's too tiring. To be, hard. You're not tired. I'd be to be tough all the time. You know how many naps I got to take to wake up and be like this?
Yeah.
Just to do that takes a lot of fucking energy. Just to
Right.
Does that cause you an existential crisis at some point? Like, am I this tough guy or am I not? Or it just kind of melted away?
I'm the tough guy, and then you see me smile. Queen Latifah said this. She said, Corey, you have this look when you walk in the room already, but then people look at you, and as soon as that you smile, it's like you brighten the room up.
Yeah.
I was
have a
literally
wonderful smile.
I was
though.
literally
Thank you.
telling Dave it was like night and day because we walked up and you smiled when you saw him, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like I've only seen him mean mug. I think like he looks so charismatic. Look at him.
That's
Shit.
The post I posted today, people was like, "We didn't even know you play, you dance." I was like, it's so many different.
That was the other thing. I saw you dancing when you're holding
Right.
the phone behind someone that you were filming for personal training. I was like, "Oh, look at this dude! He's dancing."
So it's like
He's got
people don't even know the many different sides of me I have, because I'm in my head a lot about doing things, and I don't always let it out. I feel like you have to be special. You have to know me, but it's like that's what the world want to see, and I'm getting more into that, just showing the other side of me where people can just like, they feel like, you know what, I want to wake up and be part of his day because he makes me feel good. He can motivate me. He can teach me something. He can advocate for something that's going to actually make sense. And he's the guy I want to be like. You know, I have a definition behind my brand is like, not my brand, but who I want, my persona is like, I want all the women to want me, all the men want to be like me, and all the children look up to me.
That's great.
That's a great mentality. And
It
speaking of the children, I think we only touched on it off camera, if I'm not mistaken. You work with kids. I know you said you're an advocate for kids not being obese,
Not being fat ass.
but you do you work with kids in some capacity?
I have. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I do mostly, when it comes to like kids that trouble kids. I've spoke at the juvenile detention center in Louisiana last year, and it meant a lot to me because to see these kids in juvenile, making them and them understanding that you're in juvenile, your life is not over, and you do have another opportunity to make this right, and you can change your life. And we don't have enough of that going on, but I'm getting more into it. I have my nonprofit Calliet Cares, and this year actually I'm going to be doing a giving back for Thanksgiving, doing a turkey drive. I'm gonna give away like 100 turkeys.
That's fantastic.
And also,
Awesome.
I'm finding out about 100 kids as well for Christmas, giving toys away.
Cool.
And it's all coming back to me because I remember the feeding program growing up, and we was less fortunate. So we'd go eat at the church, you know what I'm saying, on Fridays, and then Toys for Tots. I remember waking up 5 o'clock in the morning to go wait outside of the Superdome. It's cold as hell to get a fire truck. I remember those things. So it's important to me that I give back, and I'm that's what it's about, giving back. And I want to give back so bad because granted my life was hard, I made it. And I want to be able to just give a little bit of incentive to someone that might be going through the same thing.
And that's wonderful because there are people that, grow to a point where they're like, you know what? I don't want to be associated with any part of my past. I made it out myself, and I'm not going to help fucking anyone. They can figure it out themselves. And to want to help other people is a beautiful thing.
Think about if God didn't send Jesus down here for us, we wouldn't be here. And I think about that. That's how big my heart is. He gave his only begotten son so that who shall ever believe in him should not perish but have everlasting life. I went through a lot. I went through everything. My journey is just not for me. It's to help people get what they're going through. So if anything that I've done can inspire you, can motivate you, I'm here to give it to you. And if I could give an incentive to you to be better, to just get out of a hard situation, whether it's mental, physically, spiritually, emotionally, or financially, I'm going to do that.
Do you think anyone truly succeeds without some form of suffering at some point along their journey?
No, that's not success.
Has to happen.
It has to happen.
And is that something that you think molds you?
It is. Think about a seed that's being planted into the ground. With the right nourishment, the right sunlight, the right care, it's going to grow through that ugly part of its life. And it's going to come out to be this tree that protects us from the sun, the heat, all the things that might try to help hurt us. It heals us and it helps us from that. You have to go through some type of hardness to understand yourself. You got to go through some type of adversity to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you're not going to know where the hell you're going. And when you get where you're supposed to be, you're going to be lost because you're like, where did I come from? And that's a very, very, very important lesson that people need to understand.
Okay, now I'm gonna.
Because I think as men too, like it's like to level up in your life. There's like a line that we're uncomfortable to cross, and there's like fear that goes in with that. And you know, we're kind of dealing with that at some point with like our careers, or you know, like do we ask this question to these people, and like kind of overcome like fear. And like, how do you?
For me, I don't know that's about being a man. That's just about being an anxious person and not knowing when the fuck to, broach certain topics and cross certain
anxious,
lines.
But I think it's like to do ourselves the service that we deserve and the lives that we deserve to live. We have to step up to the plate to be men and overcome that anxiety or overcome fear or uncomfortable to move forward. And how do you tell a man to get over that and cross that line?
You have to ask a person, how much do they believe in themselves? Most people don't believe in themselves. So when you lack self-belief, you lack faith, because faith is having faith in something that you cannot see. If you cannot see it, does not mean it's not there. It means keep going. I'll give you a prime example. If the light is at the end of the tunnel, you do not know. When the light is so bright, you cannot see in front of you. But if you keep moving forward, that light will then open up to see what the tunnel is. But you have to have faith that I know there's something down there. And I'm going to keep going till I get it, because you can see the light, which was dark at first. The self-belief is having the vision to see that is there. I'm going to walk towards that. All you have to do is have the belief in yourself and believe in yourself to do that, to walk those things. Trust and believe that no matter what it is, whether I fall and I fall back and I might lose, I didn't get defeated, so I could keep going. Until your day is done, you can keep getting it done.
Yeah, and the metaphor that's kept coming up over the past, I think, like month and a half for me in conversations is that concept of, you're digging for the diamond in the cave, and the photo shows, if you look at a side view, that like the person is like a sliver away from getting to the diamond, and that's when they give up, because they've been digging for so long that they feel like they're never going to get there. And it's like, you just got to keep going, because you don't know when that stuff is going to happen, but you have to have that belief, you have to have that faith, and you have to just keep on moving forward. Yeah, it's really important.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you a difficult question.
Go ahead.
Okay, we talk about getting in touch with your emotions from an acting point of view, and you talk about working with kids and uplifting. So people being sensitive might not like the word fat. So
care.
when you don't care.
No, I didn't make them that. No, fuck. I don't care about that sensitive shit.
So we were talking about a different kind of in tune with your sensitivity when you're talking about all that. Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck fat people.
I'm not gonna say fuck fat people.
No, that's not what he's saying at all.
I'm not saying fuck fat people at all. What I'm saying is fat is a choice.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I'm big boned. It's genetic. Nobody in my family had muscles. It's genetic. I did something about it. And I can only say that because I went through the point of being overweight. People will make excuses. Well, I don't have time. But you had time to sit your ass down and scroll. You had time to go get that fast meal from your fast food place. You had time not to do nothing. Yeah. So you got a little bit of time, because it takes 30 minutes a day to do something with yourself. It takes a choice to say, instead of eating this, I'm going to eat that. It comes from discipline. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Unless you are disabled or you have a mental problem. And not a mental problem that's like, oh, I don't feel like it. A mental problem where you cannot make that change. Why shortchange yourself from having the life that you actually want? Because the thing about it is this, I'll tell you like this. If you want to be successful, success starts with you. You have to build the type of discipline in a certain lane in your life to be able to transcend and transform somewhere else. I'll give you a prime example. When I said I changed my life through transformation, it wasn't about my body, it changed my mind. I saw what I could do in 8 weeks. That means, okay, Corey, you can change your life because you was able to take control of yourself to change your body. Most people are afraid to do that shit. They're afraid to take themselves serious enough to actually make themselves better. You say you want your life to be good. What are you doing about it? What are the daily practices that you're doing? What are your disciplines? What is your routine? What are you really doing? Or when are you going to do it? Make it up in your mind to say, I'm going to take myself just a little bit serious than I did yesterday, and I'm going to change my shit today. I'm going to start today. I ain't got to start doing a lot. You ain't got to run a mile today, walk a block. Tomorrow, walk 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Today, instead of having 3 cans of soft drink, I'm going to have 1. I'm going to drink a little bit more water than I did yesterday. Tonight for dinner, I'm going to have a salad instead of having a burger. Make small changes, and you're going to start seeing how you feel, and you're going to say, well, now I can make 2 changes. Shit, I can make 3.
And what about that idea is that as as human beings, we'll get motivated about something and we'll get on track, and then all of a sudden it'll just come crashing down and we'll fall off track. Is there any kind of key in your mind to staying motivated? Because it's one thing to get motivated, but to stay motivated is the real hard part.
Always remember how far you were yesterday, and look how far you are today. People could look back. When I made 40 years old this year, I could have easily said, damn, I'm not where I want to be. When I look back, I say, damn, look how far I came and look how far I got to go. Mm-hmm. I can't focus on the negative. You're going to crash. You're going to fall. Yes, you need that shit. Take a moment. Take a breath. You know, when a boxer get hit in the kidney, they got to take an 8-second count to get down, and they jump right up real quick and fall back down. Take your 8 count, dog.
Of course I know that. I don't look like a boxer.
Come on, man. You do.
Who are you talking to?
You do. You look like a world champ, baby.
I watched you box, bro, when I brought you to class. Man. You were looking.
We're not talking about that right now, man.
Nah, man, but like, take your 8 count, man. If you fall down today and you feel like you can't get back up, do me a favor and get back up tomorrow. Do not allow 72 hours to pass without you doing something for yourself. Do not let those 3 days go. If you fall on Monday, you better be up by Wednesday.
When you look at fitness affecting how you age, there are people that say that, if you run, then your knees get all busted up, and if you do this happens. If you weightlift, that happens. Is that a matter of technique, or no matter what you do, we're all going to get beat up, and at the end of the day, you can't get around that?
We all going to get old. We all going to get beat up on our bodies. That's true. But it's the amount of how bad it's going to be. When you do things, when you get older, you're not. I can't run all those miles. I could run 3-4 miles a day. That's it. Not every day, because I'm muscular. Shit is my knees. That shit hurts. I'm not gonna be doing all that. I don't need to be lifting like the young boys. I'm not that young no more, but I'm still strong.
Yeah, so don't fuck with him, Dave. He's still strong.
You got to know your threshold. You got to know when to go and when not to go. The thing is to age gracefully. Mm-hmm. I personally feel like I'm aging gracefully because I don't look 40. To me, I don't. That's what the people.
No, it's great, man. Yeah.
So
we're here for you.
And not just because we're scared you're going to get grass. Really, you look good.
The goal is to always increment. Take your time, one day at a time. You will get old. You will hurt. You will feel bad. But if it ain't the worst, get up and keep going. Which goes back to the mental aspect of it. I don't call, when people say mental health, I call it mental strength. Because mental health does not have to be bad. Health don't always have to be bad. Health could be good. Health is what you make it. And I feel as though when it comes to my mental health, it's getting stronger and stronger every day.
All right, so talk to me about the next steps for you in terms of your acting career. What are the next things that you're going to be working on, if you can talk about any of these projects, and kind of what are you doing to ramp everything up in that part of your life?
Well, I just finished doing a film festival run with I did ABFF. Then we doing a couple other film festivals with the movies Vigilante and also The Water Boys. I'm getting ready to film Imani 2. Which is going to be I feel like this is I was an Imani one, but I'm a lead in this one. I'm the lead. It's an action film. This is my calling card to become a super action star, and I'm the action star that wants to be like filming in Dublin and Ireland and I think that's the same place, Dubai and all those different places like that, because you become a global action.
You want to
star.
be one of the Expendables.
I want Frank Grillo. I like Frank Grillo is an idol of mine when it comes to the action world.
A buddy of mine boxes at his gym.
Yeah, it's my guy.
Yeah.
And I have the movie coming out with Nick Cage called The Prince that comes out later this year. Me and him we are in all my scenes with Nicolas Cage. And
so for someone that wants to pursue a career in acting, like how did you get a role in a Nicolas Cage movie?
My agent, I auditioned, did a great audition, literally an amazing audition.
Was that a taped audition or in person?
Taped.
Is everything taped these days in the industry?
Yeah, this one was supposed to be in person. And it's funny because this audition, it was they had no lines to it. The role called for Samoan looking guy, big guy. He's the muscle man, and they wanted you to improvise in between the lines of two people having a conversation.
Okay. So they're looking for facial reactions. And
reaction, just like almost they want you to say things, but it has to flow. It has to have the same rhythm as the lines. And I did the audition, and when the first day I got on set, the director was like, "Your audition was amazing." I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yes, it was like really, really good." He said, "You would have thought that we gave you lines to read." I said, "No, I just played in between where I felt like it belonged." And they kept talking about my acting more than how I looked. Also, that was the first film where nobody said nothing about training.
Cool. Yeah.
Most films, anybody bring up who I trained, this and that. They treated me as what I am on that side. I'm an actor.
Speaking of training and not physical training, have you had any acting training?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that. Did you go to just a couple acting classes?
I went to a couple. I went to
studios.
Margie Haber. I work with Margie Haber. I worked with Jonathan Majors when I was on Creed 3. He would work with me with that. He's an incredible actor.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable. Despite whatever he did, whatever that happened, you can't take away what he's good at.
No.
I
fucking hate Mel Gibson, but there's some movies of his that are just phenomenal.
Right.
You know,
right.
He's a great director too.
Right.
Apocalypse.
A lot of my friends, when I self-tape, my actor John Boyega, I did one audition. We get down there, they run. The way I train them is the same way they train me when it comes to we doing a self-tape. We doing at least 100 takes, and then we gonna go.
And before you do those 100 takes, is there a certain level of work that you do before you even get in front of the camera?
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like?
So my process is if I get a script today, and it's due today's Wednesday, let's say it's due next Monday. Today I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna just every now and then pick it up. I don't even read the whole thing the first day. I just pick it up, look at it. The next day I get on my treadmill downstairs. I put the heat on in the garage. I put a sweatsuit on, put the incline on high, and I start to read. And the reason thing is because it's hot. In order for me to indulge the words, I have to focus on something outside the pain. So the words start to sit inside of me. Then after that, the next day I do something nobody ever should do. I drive and I learn my lines.
Oh, great.
Don't do that.
Reading the script while you're driving.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
In the canyons.
So don't fuck with him and don't drive here.
Because I'm not trying to hit nothing. I'm saying it's so fucking crazy, but I learn my lines a crazy way, and
it's way more effective because you're playing with your life,
life and death. Yeah. You learn these lines or die, or both. But I have a crazy ways that I do, and then that'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So by Friday, I'm gonna self-tape myself for the first time. I'm gonna self-tape myself and I'm gonna do it. Then Saturday, I know the word, I know everything. Sunday, I am it. And Monday, I'm going to be it.
See, that's super interesting. It's like you're putting yourself in
a hostile situation.
Yes, in these types of situations that are...
It makes you think.
Opposed to, I feel like most people are just like sitting at a table or like sitting on a couch. Or
most people are coasting through life.
Right. I want to become that. I want to know
It's interesting.
I want to know the words exactly like I'm just speaking to you saying it.
Right.
Because then I'm reading with somebody and I'm looking at the sides. I'm saying what was going on, why it's going on, and what's happening. and then it becomes me.
Mhm.
Then I'm acting. I'm able to, like, John told me this. He said a lot of American actors, they become the person. He said, no, I'm in England, over there in the UK, they act. So whoever that person is, that's what they become. And they play that. And it's like, let me go see who that is, what they were doing and why. And that's what I become. When I did, I had an audition for Mortal Kombat. I auditioned for Shao Kahn. And I've never been able, I became Shao Kahn so much that one night I was so crazy. I was in the mirror reading it with the lights off, and I had to stop. I scared the fuck out of myself. I felt something was coming inside of me. The day of the audition, I had anxiety. I was hiccuping real bad. I had to wait till the next day because he was so much in me. I felt myself becoming mean, becoming short, and becoming. I literally was in the room and I was saying the words, and I was looking at myself and I was calmly speaking the words, and I was speaking in a different accent and tone, and I started to feel it like rise up on me, and I said, "Oh shit." I had to stop. I had to cut the lights on and say, "Whoa, I don't know what this is." So I can understand when you're becoming that person.
Yeah, no, it just makes me think
Trippy.
of Heath Ledger.
Yep, I was just thinking
Yeah,
that, David.
I
That's
mean,
bizarre.
that's
Dave length, but still.
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
for the
sure.
anyway,
Yeah.
Heath Ledger immersed himself in the Joker role, and that ultimately they say led to his mental and actual demise. And yeah, sometimes you just if you really do dive in with both feet,
Wild.
people take acting very lightly as a career in terms of the way that they perceive it, and they think, oh, these people are just going up and saying some lines, and some people just do that. But the people that put the work in, there's a lot of emotional strength and therefore a lot of emotional taxing that goes on.
Right.
I love to get dialogue because I memorize words really fast. I can memorize lines. I'm talking about lines fast, and because I want to see how good I can be. I'm very competitive.
Mhm.
I want
I
to see.
couldn't tell.
You can. I don't show it.
Wait,
all the time.
you want to be the best in the room?
I wanna be the best.
Nah, not this guy.
You know
Not this guy.
the main reason why I want to be the best in the room is because when you get me, you don't expect me to. You don't expect those words to come out. You don't expect that emotion to come. You don't expect me to be that vulnerable, that articulate to say something to you.
I definitely never expected you to smile. So
Right.
you caught me on that one.
They don't know. So it's like I can't wait to show. That's why I can't wait to shoot a mine because there's so many different facets to it. Of like I have the sexual part of it. I have the fighting part of it. I have the vulnerable dying, the vulnerable hurting and crying and emotion that comes into it. Then you get the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the part of if I'm gonna die, all you motherfuckers going with me. It's like you get all of that, and I'm gonna give you everything. When people leave the theater, first of all, they're gonna have so many memes on there because I got my clothes off a lot. But they're gonna say, "Damn, he gave me everything." You want people to root for you and cheer for you. I'm gonna give you everything that I can give you every day. I told my director, I said, I'm used to being on super big films, and I know how, and I've been around the best, so I know how to carry myself. It starts from me. I'm number 2. There's number 1. It starts up here. You set the tone. If I'm doing it, everybody's doing it, and that's how you make a successful film. I don't care what level it is. It comes to the actual actor to come show up and say, "I'm gonna put this thing on my back, and you motherfuckers coming with me."
Yeah, no, people
I
fall
love
in
that.
line when they see someone standing out working the hardest. Kobe was an example of that. Everyone kind of saw how hard he would work above and beyond, and they
Made the people around him better.
Well,
All
fuck.
the
I guess
time.
I guess
Yeah, I
I
think-
got to be back in the gym
Yeah.
now. Fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I think that's the thing, man. And
that's part of surrounding yourself with greatness to become great, which is something that we've talked to other guests about, and
Right.
that's a really great mentality to have in life. And it's true, if you surround yourself with people that have good mentalities, that have healthy lifestyles, healthy mentalities, and there's that level of confidence and knowledge and ability. It's only going to do good things for you. It's going to rub off on you, and it's going to take you good places.
And man, I've watched you, make everyone around you better.
Mhm.
It's like super important.
Even the fat people.
Yeah.
I did. I made him lose weight.
That's right.
I'm all about giving, man. I'm all about being there for someone, man. I didn't know what it felt like to be. I'm always giving. I'm always giving. And I'm now starting to receive, when people like, I got you. Because I get excited when I see people be successful. I be happy for them. Like I really be like, that's what I'm talking about. I want to see you be great because there's something inside you that I know you didn't have before, but you got now. I want to see that shit. One of my friends called me the other day. She was like, sometimes I get imposter syndrome because she's a celebrity trainer now. I got her first job on Lovecraft Country. And she was like, but Cole, I feel like I don't belong because I got here so fast. I said, let me tell you something. I said, if there's anybody you to have imposter syndrome of, it let it be because of me, because of how big I am in this industry. I said, I put you in this position and you're doing it. I said, not never one of the motherfucking girls that you compare yourself to on social media going to ever have a job like you. I said, you do this. I say, stop having that self-doubt. You take that self-doubt, throw that shit away. It's not going to do nothing for you. You do this. If you were called to do it, no matter if it took 10 years or it took 10 days, this is what you're supposed to do. Your journey is not supposed to be like nobody else's. Own your shit. And that's for anybody else. We can't compare ourselves because a person put in the work all these years. That's what their problem was. Just so happened you was gifted enough and you had the opportunity to get in here and do that shit like you've been doing it for 10 years. So show up and show out.
Yeah.
How do you walk the line of being confident and humble at the same time?
Because I'm always willing to throw myself on a sword first. You will never get me just talking that shit. See, the thing about it is how I know I'm confident and humble is because people say, damn, I want to be like upset, but you just got me hyped.
I could see that.
People be like, if you feel as though when you talk to me, are you full of yourself? You insecure as fuck. 100%. Because if you listen to my words, I'm inspiring you by listening to what I went through. I'm always going to give a point in my life when I tell you I ain't had this shit. I fall every time and I get back up. I ain't saying, I don't walk around here like I'm just the most perfect thing and everything will happen like it's supposed to. I went through the deepest and darkest of things to get where I'm at. That's my favorite quote. It's a warrior quote. It says, God, why do you bring me through the deepest and darkest of waters? He said, because your enemies can't swim. Point blank.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've never walked. The only people who probably say you think you're confident is some woman that's just mad because I ain't like her ass back. Yeah, you mad because I can talk this shit and I can follow it up and I could do it. I understand that, sweetheart, but there's also women that say I respect you. I want my son to be like you. I want you to talk to my husband. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always getting better and better and better and better. Like I love to get better and better. You know, that's the thing about life. It's always evolving and growing. If you ain't growing, you ain't doing shit.
When you talked about the Lovecraft Country situation, and then there's other people that you say you've helped, it sounds to me like you kind of want to be the opposite of those people that are in a position to have helped you at this point that didn't, and you want to give that help to anyone that you deem worthy.
I don't ever want to feel that. I don't ever want nobody to feel what I felt.
And man, and that goes to shout out, working on Panthro with you. And you literally brought the entire crew and cast and everyone. And you're like, if there's any point in anyone's career, when you go out here, you're not working on this project, we've parted ways. But if you think I can help you at any point, you reach out to me, you call me, I'll do my best to help you.
You don't hear many people saying shit like that and actually meaning it,
set.
Especially out here.
Literally on a set. Like I
put everybody together.
I watched it happen. So it's a real thing that happened on set. He said it out loud. Like
guys who grow and become stars and shit. And I know people see me as like big, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even, sometimes I see myself as that, but I don't even want to go too high. I don't even want to stay, I don't like, because there's a certain type of attention I don't want, but I know I'm going to get it regardless. But it's like, I'm still a real person. You still can walk. I always get these messages, I saw you, but I didn't want to walk up to you. For what? I'm a regular person. I'm going to give you a hug. I'm going to give you a spot. I'm going to give you whatever.
But if they don't see you smile once first, they don't know that, because I'm not going up for a hug before I saw that smile.
You know what?
I don't know. It just goes to show, man.
My girl said that. She said, but you don't look approachable. I said, I am. She said, not when you're in the gym. She says, nobody's walking up to you. I said, okay.
Fair.
You got a point. Maybe I gotta fix my face. I'm in a gym. I'm a dog. Like,
You're getting after it.
When I walked, listen, when Arnold Schwarzenegger walked through when he walked through the gym, that was you like this. I'm there to put on the show.
Yeah.
I'm there to be your idol. I'm there to be like, damn, because I can't really work out by myself. I got to go to the gym. I got to go at peak time. If I'm training by myself and I don't have my trainer, I'm at peak time in the gym when everybody's there, so that when I'm working out and I take out that damn sweater, they like this.
How much working out do you do when you're training someone else?
I don't train. When I'm training them, I don't do nothing.
Nothing.
No, I don't do that.
You never work out downstairs.
No.
Not
I
up
did
there.
last week for the first time in months.
Why? Any particular reason?
My trainer, he on vacation. Because I have a trainer too to push me because I don't feel like thinking.
Same
Right.
guy as before. What's his name?
Yeah, Sweet Pain. I don't. Shout out to Sweet Pain. I don't.
Yeah.
That's wild. You have a trainer too. That's like, even your therapist has a therapist. That's crazy.
Because we don't. Yeah, we got to have somebody.
You have all the secrets and you need someone telling you what the fuck to do?
Yeah, because I don't feel like thinking about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not gonna like create your
I
own
have-
workout routine. You're creating.
No,
other
I have
people's.
too much to do. Like, bruh, this morning, I woke up. I wanted to ride my bike. That didn't happen. So I had a client at 9. Then you guys got here to set up. Lizzo came at 10. Scott McNary came. Cody Christian came. Then I had to get on a phone call. Then I had to take a moment just to eat real fast. Go at a moment. Get ready. Come down and shoot this with you all. As soon as y'all finish, I got to get on that bike. I got another call. I got to teach a class tonight because I do a free class at Brick House Boxing every Wednesday at 7 o'clock at Brick House. Y'all come see me. I do that to give back to my community. And also
Where's Brick House?
in North Hollywood.
Okay.
It's like my family. And then have to run 45 minutes after that, then come home. I don't have time to be thinking.
Yeah.
I tell people, I don't, when he's shooting for me, I don't want to tell you what to shoot. Figure that shit out. You see me every day. Whatever looks cool, shoot it or shoot everything. Send it to me. I'll tell you yes, no, maybe so. When Dave was shooting for me, I had to tell him nothing. He was around me a couple times, saw how I move. He became a ninja with the camera. I never saw him. Ever saw him. I'd be like, and he has all the content.
Yeah. He's amazing.
You're like, damn it,
He's
Dave
amazing.
didn't do his job again. And then you see the video cut.
You're like,
okay.
well, he got that too. Damn.
It's funny. Someone actually said the other day that they love just watching professionals do their thing, and there is something to that. Like when I watch him work, sometimes like it's a beautiful thing to see someone that has mastered their craft do their thing.
Bruh, I have videographers. Eric left earlier. He's one of my great friends. Love him to death. He just doesn't edit quick. It takes forever. Months. So when he here, I just, give me what you got. I saw you shoot that.
I'll take it in any
Just give it
form.
to me.
Just give it to me.
But Dave is an artist. And I told him recently, I said, if me and you got together, we're going to make a lot of money. Because all I'm missing is there's so many different variables to me, variations of what I can do. I just don't have nobody to tell a story. He know how to tell a story with me. So that's my next thing of, we working together. And then I have who's with me every day to catch the small things like the stuff I posted today. It's time for me to come out of that place of not knowing what to do and just do it all. And if I fail at it, at least you got to see something, but just do it. And that's the points of me not being able to think about everything. Because if I start thinking too much, I'm going to stop. That's the only thing that I'm still trying to learn and understand is my online platform. Because it's oversaturated and everybody trying to sell you something. But what keeps me going is I am who I am.
Right.
You can
Can't touch your resume.
You can take your Instagram away and people are still going to call you.
can
to
take
train.
exactly. That's just everybody don't have that. So just learn how to capitalize on that in getting where I need to be at. And it's not the easiest, but I'm building a team around me to make it go to the next level.
And as far as sponsorship goes, for when for someone that's physical training, for someone that's in physical fitness in the way that you are, have sponsors always approached you, or did you have to go and look for those sponsorships?
They come to me.
And is that just about putting up those numbers on those social media platforms?
They DM me all day long, email me all day long. I just pick and choose who I want to deal with.
But I'm saying
whether or
because of
not-
the size of your
Social
following,
media.
that's why that's okay.
And whether or not you have your brand like in your footage already, like random brands that you're not wearing are hitting you up, or is it just because like you're wearing the brand, then they're hitting you up, or like you're using a certain,
They don't care.
just any brand is hitting you up.
Any
Doesn't
brand,
matter.
yeah. They want to see what you got going on and what you charge.
Yeah.
What's your rates?
What do you want people to associate you with in the movie industry? And if they think of like, oh, that's the guy that does
The
those
Rock.
kind of movies, The Rock. Okay.
That's easy.
The Rock.
Reason being is he's a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Most actors aren't a brand.
Right.
The reason why I started acting firstly was at first because it was another platform with more eyes to come back and buy the shit that I sell.
Right.
Then I started to indulge in the art because I wanted to get good at something else. Now it's like, okay, what lane are you going to be in? I started acting to become an action actor, to become an action superstar. That's what I want to be. Why? That's where the money at. 2, I don't have to be doing A-list movies. There's a bunch of B-list movies that get paid a whole lot of money, more money than some A-listers. I know what I'm good at. I know my strengths. I can do romance and all that shit, but I know people want to see me throw people through walls, kiss the girl, and then make the other one cry, and then save the day.
The pandemic, then the strikes. I mean, the film industry has been massively disrupted. A lot of people are saying it's really hard to find work. Are you seeing that there's still enough work out there to be had even?
Yeah, it's hard. It's still hard. I mean, I don't get a lot of, I have weeks where I got like 3-4 auditions. Then I don't have none. Then I might get one. Then I don't have none. But it's also about your team. You got the right team that knows you, they know what to get for you. They're gonna do it. I have a good team, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Perfect. Let's leave it there. The last thing I want to ask you is, if someone did come out here with the dream of being an actor, wanted to get some great auditions like you're talking about, wanted to put themselves in a position for success, it seems you have to have some sort of great representation, whether that be a manager or an agent. How do you get that without having a huge social media following or something like that? Is it impossible? Are there steps that someone could take? Just the diehard actor that wants to do that thing?
Networking. It's about who you know, not what you know. Going to class, find your people, going to events, getting yourself out there, creating your own stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's
I said,
the biggest thing.
It is the biggest thing. I did Panthro. I went on YouTube today. People still commenting on it. It was 3 years ago. People still commenting.
Tell me about that. What is Panthro?
Panthro was it's called a Toperin, and it's the story about Panthro from the Thundercats. Basically, the movie is about the Thundercats coming down to Earth to get away from what's his name? I forgot the guy.
Gotta be honest, I didn't watch the Thundercats.
That's okay.
I don't remember the guy's
I forgot his name,
but
but basically they come on Earth and they he's looking for the rest. Panther's looking for the rest of the team, Lion-O and everybody else, and I'm the one that's looking for them. And they come down here and they try to fight me. I turn up, go off, go crazy. I find Snarf, and then I leave to go find Lion-O, and I find Lion-O at the end. So it's just I remade Thundercats. Nobody's ever
a project you put together completely yourself,
paid for it and everything.
And what was the motivation for you to do that?
Because we're just working out in the gym,
and
you were like,
literally was working out. Said,
and what it was Larnell?
Larnell Stovall, who's the person who I feel like believes in me the most, and giving me the most knowledge when it comes to being an action actor and fighting is Larnell Stovall. He actually was the first person to give me a job on Never Back Down 2 when I fought Michael Jai White in 2010, which is on Netflix. And he's an amazing director. He's an amazing stunt coordinator. He's just an amazing person. He's also from New Orleans.
He's like an OG in the
industry. They respect him.
Isn't he? Like in the combat.
Yep. So he's the guy. But that film was my calling card. Well, I thought it was. So now my calling card gonna be Amani 2, which will be in theaters after we film it. But it's me continuing to put out more stuff so people can see, because it's hard to separate me from fitness. I'm so big in fitness. When people be like, the trainer, I don't even. So this is a real thing. They don't take this the wrong way. If I'm on a movie and you call me the trainer, I'm probably gonna ignore you.
Yeah.
I will not. And when I'm training, I'm not really talking about acting like that, because I separate the two. There's going to become a day when they all make sense. But when I'm in my acting bag, don't walk up to me. I was on The Prince. Eric told me this. He said a guy walked up to you and started talking about fitness, and he said you just walked off. He said I had to just catch the guy and be like, he's just in his zone right now. He's just in his zone. Don't
take that personally.
I just walked.
But yeah, I mean,
it's because people they want to see you how they want to see you.
Right. Yeah.
So when you want to see me how you want to see me, I'm gonna treat you how I want to treat you.
Right.
You're gonna respect me for what I'm doing, and that's it. I'm not gonna allow you to do it. My my sensei, Mike Chet, told me. He said, people have to stop introducing you as Corey the trainer and what you've done. He said they can't. They have to introduce you as Corey the action actor, the actor, because if not, people will always see you as that.
Speak it into existence.
You have to.
Words are powerful.
That's right.
Yep.
And my fist is too.
You hear that, Dave? So you better watch yourself, man.
Like Panther was super inspiring, and I think it's people believing in you, and like a lot of people surrounding you and believing in you. And again, even if nothing comes from it, like you say, you still saw something from it, and I think you learned a lot. People learned a lot about you. You showed like a huge side of your talent.
So in addition to acting in it, you produced it. What else did you do? What other hats did you wear in terms of the production? Did you direct it as well?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I just started.
Larnell directed.
Larnell directed. I started, produced it, and funded it.
Yeah, and then like you pulled a lot of your connections as,
I pulled
as
a
well.
lot of my
like
connections.
Liz.
Liz,
Like
I had Liz Wolf on there. She was an amazing costume designer. I had Daniel Bernhardt, who's a big action star right now.
He's just badass.
Yeah. Also, Alan Richardson, who plays the Reacher, he's Lionel in there. That's crazy,
No
right?
shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I had 8711 stunt.
You talking
team.
about the guy from Blue Mountain State?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No
wild.
shit.
Like
That's wild.
Yeah.
driving to 8711 with you is like, oh shit, this is where they did John Wick. Like these are the guys that did.
I had, the cinematographer who did
Oh, I know.
Gangs of London. They were I had the best of the best.
As good as anything might come out, it can be such a pain in the ass to produce something. Is that something that you never want to do again, or do you see yourself producing more things down the line?
I can produce things.
Yeah.
I know how to bring stuff together. I should have got a producing credit on Creed 2 and 3.
I mean, man, like that's
I brought so much to that film.
the hardest part of the business sometimes. It's just like connecting the dots.
I was a connector. People, they was calling me all the time, Corey, and I'm just bringing people through doing it.
I think the hardest part of the business is not getting your due sometimes when you put in the work, because we've heard that over and over again from people that we know that have gotten fucked over by the industry, and that's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. I have some emotional things that I'm working on that I experienced through the Creeds. And it's taken time to get through them. I can take credit for my part in it of what I did wrong or what I may have not done right in the moment. But I believed I'm a big part of that film. I can say I put that film on my back from my professional skill set. And I think that I should have been a producer about the third Creed. It doesn't sound normal, but take me out that movie. Do people coming to see it?
Right.
Not anybody else could do it, but we're going by what actually happened. And that's it.
But I mean, it sounds like from your general mindset, it's like that sucks, but fuck them, because I'm just gonna compete against him and I'm gonna beat him at the end of the day. Or is that something that you're still, like you said, you're working through, and it's hard for you to get to that other side of that and look at it that way?
I'm gonna say this. In the words of the great cornerback and wide receiver Deion Sanders, I'm coming. That's it.
Y'all heard it here. He's coming.
Y'all done heard it here.
He's
Damn
coming.
right.
Well, Corey Calliet, I cannot thank you enough for being on the podcast today. Super cool. It was really nice getting to know you better, BSing as it were. I'm really glad that
you got your smile, Dave. You got your smile.
Yeah, I got my smile from him. I'm good, man. No, but you
I must say I do
love. Did it again, man. You brought in another great guest. So
man,
he the man. He know everybody.
Yeah, he is the man.
Man, I can't say it enough. I'm a hugger, but you give good hugs, man. Like you really do. Like.
He doesn't want people to know that. You're blowing up his spot.
Random people come.
Yeah, everyone's going to want to fucking hug.
We heard on that show that you give great hugs. Can I try one?
He'd rather be the don't fucking try me guy, all right? Don't try him.
His fists are pretty fucking solid.
No,
too,
but
so.
we really appreciate you opening your home to us, letting us do the show here today, and giving us so much of your time.
Yeah,
it was
seriously.
awesome.
Thank you, brother, man. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
We wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to watching you flourish in the film industry.
We'll do a follow-up episode after.
Absolutely.
It's
gonna be great, brother.
Y'all
better get ready. It's about to be a wild ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, buckle up.
Do it. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, this is Sapo Studios. Out.